Hey guys, Ant here from Muff Squad. This is my round 3 matchup in my 2019 NAIC format tournament in our old format Discord's tournament for this format. So I'm on the left playing AbZard, and my opponent Theo is on the right here playing Malamar. He's going first. I have a AbZard start. He has an NK and an NK on the bench. He's going to go ahead and play Mysterious Treasure, and I'm assuming he's going to start getting some pieces down. So my current record here, I'm currently 2-0, and Theo is 2-0 as well. So this is round 3, and yeah, so my first round I played against a Zoro Checkmate 1. My round 2 I played against a Pika Ramen 1. So now I'm playing against the Malamar deck, which is kind of annoying. So it's going to be kind of tough. I do play a Mill Tank, and Mill Tank is big to wipe off damage off of my AbZard to just kind of keep avoiding 3 prizes. So he does have one-shot capabilities with like Ultra Necrozma. This is the Ultra Necrozma. As you can see, he benches the Ultra Necrozma here. So he gets down an Ultra Necrozma, and then he's going to let loose here. So we're both going to shuffle our hands and draw for the lovely Let Loose Marshadow, which is probably not missed at all. But very good, very strong in this format, especially turn 1. You kind of want to, limit your opponent's options. Meanwhile, he does play a Jirachi deck, so he could see a Jirachi. He does play 4 Lilies probably, so he has a lot of outs to see cards. Because even if he gets like a Jirachi, he could maybe get an energy retreat into Jirachi to hit a Lily, or just raw draw into the Lily. So I'm showing my opponent that I do have the 4. He's going to draw his 4 for the turn, and he does bench a Jirachi, so he's going to manually retreat. And then he's going to Stellar Wish here. He gets to see 5 cards, the top 5 cards of his deck. And he can take a trainer card, reveal it to his opponent, and put it to his hand. So if he hits a supporter here, that'd be very good. This would be a very strong turn 1 here. And he also gets the 1 Psychic Energy into his discard pile as well from the manual retreat of the NK. So I think Theo is just debating on probably what he wants to grab here. He may have a supporter in hand already and just thinking about if he wants to grab. So he's going to grab a Guzma off the Stellar Wish. So he probably has. So he doesn't actually have anything. He's just going to pass. So unfortunately he whipped a draw supporter there. So he's going to just do sleep check. And he's still asleep. And now he just passes to me. So let's see if this Let Loose really killed me. And I actually have a Let Loose of my own and a Dedenne, so I wonder what I do here. I probably don't want to Let Loose here just due to the fact that Theo didn't play any cards from his hand. And like his hand is obviously dead, and he grabbed a Guzma off of a Stellar Wish. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and just Dead A change, dump this hand. I'm getting rid of a Let Loose, a Switch, Flint, and a Eevee Snorlax. We're going to see 4 cards here. Theo just asking what I discarded. I'm just showing him the 4 cards I'm getting rid of. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 6 cards here. I definitely want to see some Fires and Welders. And right on cue, I do get 2 Fire Energies and a Welder. So this could be huge. I'm going to Welder 2 of the active. I get to draw 3 cards. Seeing a Welder, Skateboard, Jirachi. I'm going to bench Jirachi. Put an E-board on it probably, which I do, and that might be all for my turn. I could outrage for 60, which is good, but it's unfortunate that it's not a knockout. But definitely want to at least get that 60 onto that Jirachi. So yeah, I'm just gonna outrage for 60 here and end my turn. He's going to do a sleep check. It is awake. He gets a draw for turn. So he's obviously going to want to evolve those NKs into Malamars this turn. He plays, I'm not sure if what he played there. I think he just Stellar Wish. Yeah, he's using Stellar Wish. Looking at the top 5 cards of his deck, he's going to want to find a draw supporter there. So he does find the Lily off of the Stellar Wish. So unfortunately, it's not as good as using Lily turn 1, where you can see up to 8 cards. So he will be minimizing that and probably drawing far less. Probably drawing about 3 to 4 cards, unless he has ways to empty his hand, which the deck does play several Mysterious Treasure and Ultra Balls. So we'll see how Theo's gonna sequence this turn. He does have a Malamar in hand, which is good. He's getting out cards out of his hand to use Lily for more. So he's gonna Lily for 1, 2, and 3. So he Lilies for 3. Does see another Malamar off that Lily, is very good. He does only have 1 Psychic Energy in the discard pile. So I mean, we're definitely probably going to be seeing that onto the Ultra Necrozma for sure. So Ultra Necrozma is a very strong attacker, but unfortunately its attack cost is a metal and psychic. And for each psychic energy you discard or metal, it does an additional 80 damage. So very, very strong card. It has actually infinite damage. You can do as much damage as you'd like as long as you discard energies off of it. So he just passes for turn. I have an Ultra Ball. I'm getting rid of another Ultra Ball and the Resetting Hole Marshadow here. Not sure what I'm really trying to eye up here. Maybe I'm going for the Growlithe, because Arcanine is really good in this deck. Just a single prize attacker, and he also can start setting. He could take knockouts and set up backup attackers by accelerating energies from the discard pile onto a bench Pokemon. So very good attacker. Also, he has 140 HP, so a Giratina attack does not one-shot it. So very good attack. So I do get the Growlithe here. Not sure what else was in my hand. I know I had a Welder, but I didn't have energies in my last turn. I wonder if I top decked an energy. Let's see. I have a Guzma. I do play Guzma here. So I think I'm just gonna. I most likely have an energy in hand if I'm doing this. So I probably, yeah. So let's see what I grab here. I'm gonna play the Acrobike, just thin out a bit. So if I get an energy, I could just GX this Ultra Necrozma, and it does put it behind because it takes away an energy, and also I get 2 prizes, and it also slows him down for when he plays another Ultra Necrozma. He's gonna need to get another. It's a two attachment. Well, not necessarily. It's because you could just play the metal and then recharge to it. So I do play the Acrobike. I'm gonna Fire Crystal here. I'll have 0 energies in discard, so I can't Fire Crystal. I'm gonna retreat. I don't know what I was doing here. I don't know why I did that play. I should have just killed the Jirachi. So I'm just gonna do 30 damage. That was a really bad play. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that I had fires in my discard because I had Fire Crystal. So, but still, very questionable play on my part. I should have just taken out the Jirachi for at least a prize card. This Theo doesn't have any energies in his discard pile, so the Ultra Necrozma isn't a one-shot threat right now to my Reshizard. So, yeah. Theo's gonna play Cynthia. He's gonna shuffle his hand. He gets to see 6 new cards. So, again, I don't know why I chased that Ultra Necrozma. That, just looking back, it's just a terrible play. So, Theo's definitely probably wants to see a switch, start getting some Tinas into his discard pile so he can start using Distortion Doors, and he definitely wants to get some more energies into his discard pile. Probably wants to find a metal energy as well, so at least he could hit for 100 damage. I believe it's 20 base and then 80 for each energy you discard off of the Ultra Necrozma. So I think he did see an Ultra Ball, so he may be able to start getting some pieces into his discard pile. A switch would be nice, at least maybe to switch back into Jirachi just to see a card and just protect this active Ultra Necrozma. He does play an Acrobike. We'll discard the metal energy. So I guess he's just not trying to attack with this active Ultra Necrozma. due to the fact that he discarded. Maybe the other card was just way more important from the Acro Bike. But I wonder what the card was, because at least he could have at least hit the Ultra Necrozma. I mean, the Reshizard for 100 damage. So unless he could attack, otherwise, it must have been a really good card here that he took instead of the Metal Energy. So I think he's still thinking of his best line of play here, and let's see what he ends up doing. Really thinking about it. So he's gonna play Viridian Forest. Maybe that's why he grabbed it. I guess you get more value out of the Viridian Forest than just grabbing the one Metal Energy, right? So I think he was debating playing it because now it gives me Fire Energy to kill this active Necrozma. But does he play? He's gonna play the Viridian Forest, discarding a Mysterious Treasure, grabbing a Psychic Energy, and I wonder if he just puts it onto the active just so that he's just anticipating a knockout on this Ultra Necrozma and just gets 2 Psychics into his discard. He's gonna manually retreat, actually, which is pretty good because he gets the energies into his discard. He's gonna Stellar Wish, gets to see 5 cards, take a trainer card from there, put it to hand. So not bad. He's gonna grab a Cynthia for the following turn. So he's just setting up. He probably just wanted to start getting some energies into his discard pile. He needs to start utilizing Psychic Recharge and getting the energies into his discard pile. So this Jirachi will die from an Outrage onto my turn. On my turn, I'm assuming, unless he can somehow power up a Giratina this turn. I mean, he manually attached, so it's literally impossible. So he's gonna just double recharge back onto the Ultra Necrozma and just pass for turn. He's gonna do a sleep check. He is awake, but I think it's irrelevant because this thing is dead anyway, just from an Outrage. So I'm gonna use Wonder Tag here. I get to search my deck for a supporter card. Okay, so now I think I play Viridian Forest. I get rid of a Fire Crystal for the fire, and now we will be seeing a knockout onto the Ultra Necrozma. I'll be using my GX attack that does 200 damage, killing that 190 HP Ultra Necrozma. So I do Guzma. I'm going to Stellar Wish before I take the knockout because I do have an escape board. Just probably grabbing a card for my second turn, which I'm going to probably grab. Yeah, I grab a Fiery Flint. Fiery Flint says discard 2 cards from your hand. If so, do search your deck for up to 4 fire energies and put them to your hand. So that's going to just accelerate and thin out my deck and get energies out of my deck into my hand. I could weld. I do believe I have a welder in hand as well. So I am going to retreat because of the skateboard into the Reshizard and do my GX attack, Double Blaze GX for 200 damage, and putting myself at 4 prizes to Theo's 6. So Theo definitely wants to start probably streamlining some Tinas here, some single prizers, doing some significant damage with single prizers, just playing the grindy game, which it's hard to deal with. Tag teams decks are hard to deal with single prizers just because they just chip away at you and you're just doing all this damage using a lot of resources just to take 1 prize. So he does play a Mysterious Treasure, and I believe that is a Giratina, so right on cue. That he does play Mysterious Treasure. He actually discards a Drifblim, and he Viridian Forests away the Giratina for the Psychic Energy. So I'm assuming he does have a switch option, either an Escape Rope or switch in hand. He does still have a Stellar Wish as well, so we're definitely going to see I believe it's Shadow Impact for 130 onto this Reshizard. So, but This is just Giratina was just such a good card. Distortion Door, its ability, if it's in the discard pile, you can place it onto your bench, and then you place 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's just so good. It just sets up good numbers. It just keeps coming back. Can never get rid of this thing. It does 130. It was just such a good card. I think it's the card that put Malamar over the top. So he does use a Distortion Door. He's going to place 1 counter onto my Jirachi, and he puts 1 on the Dene. So just setting up good math for the future. He's going to manually attach for the turn. He's going to play Cynthia here. He gets to shuffle his hand and see a fresh new hand to 6. So optimizing his odds into drawing a E board or a switch. And then he also gets to get the extra dig from seeing a Stellar Wish as well. So he gets to draw the new 6 cards and then also see the top 5 in case he whiffs. So very good sequencing on Theo's side here. Malamar was just a deck that it was just like rinse and repeat. You just want to set up your board 2 to 3 turns, get your Malamars out, and then just streamline your attackers. Like I said, Giratina just keeps coming back. He's just a very resourceful Pokemon. You get your value out of him. Like he just comes back to life and bringing damage. So just great synergy with Psychic Recharge Malamar. So he does Stellar Wish for the Cynthia, which is not a switch card, which leads me to think he just has a switch card in hand that he ripped off of the Cynthia. He does Ultra Ball away at Ultra Ball, and I believe it's a Malamar for another Inkay, just solidifying 2 to 3 Inkays. That's what the deck needs to run, at least 2. 3 is just so in case one dies, he just wants to have it like insurance here. So he does use 2 Psychic Recharges, brings back, puts him on the Giratina. He's going to play the switch card, and now he's going to use Shadow Impact for 130. And he has to put 4 damage counters on one of his Pokemon, so he's going to place it on one of his Malamars. So that is one of the drawbacks of Tina, but it's fine because you just place it on your Malamars, which are safe, which like most of the time it's kind of like your opponent is not going to Guzma. They probably just want to deal with the threat on your board, so it's safe to... And plus, Malamar has a 90 HP, so he could actually take 2 Shadow Impact hits and still survive. And then you just start placing him on another one. So, yeah. So Theo is just messing with his camera here, but it's my turn. So I'm playing a Fiery. Actually, I discard Fiery Flint with Viridian Forest. I grab 1 to hand. I probably placed this, or I weldered this onto the Growlithe just because Outrage kills this Tina. Outrage does 20 plus 10 for each damage counter on me, so I'm currently hitting for 150, killing Theo's active Giratina. So most likely we'll be seeing this Fire Energy go onto the Growlithe on my bench. I think I do have Welder in hand, so I'll probably Welder the Fires onto the Growlithe just to see some more cards. I do Welder. I'm going to Welder 2 onto the Growlithe, draw 3. Probably going to manually attach 1 to the Growlithe. And it does suck that the Arcanine, if I did have it, the first attack that does the acceleration, only does 120. So unfortunately, it doesn't one-shot the Giratina. So I'm going to let loose here. So I do manually attach the Growlithe and let loose. We're both going to shuffle and draw 4. So I do have the knockout on the Tina with Outrage. So I think of what my game plan was just to take the knockout here, make him 2-shot my Reshizard, or even take the prize, and then I just could clean up with the Arcanine. So this is where I kind of messed up. Like I don't know if I needed to let loose there, where I needed a bench spot for Miltank to heal this Reshizard. I don't know if I prized the Miltank, but I do take the knockout with Outrage, so I'm at 3 prizes to Theo's 6. I don't think there's a way for him to knock this Reshizard out currently, unless he gets an Ultra Necrozma and a Metal Energy. But he's down 1 Ultra Necrozma and he's down 1 Metal Energy as of right now, so With the Let Loose, I mean, now after playing Lily as well, he would have to have it, probably that combo in hand. He does grab Guzma for the following turn off of the Stellar Wish. And probably just going to, like I said, rinse and repeat. We're probably going to just see another Giratina just come back from the discard pile using a Distortion Door and just recharging onto it and just hitting me for 130. So he does put the 1 on the Marshadow and 2 on the Dene. And he's just probably going to hit me here for 130, putting my Reshizard at 1 damage counter remaining. So the Distortion Door is just setting up good math. As you can see, he's already got 2 damage counters onto that Dedenne. If he does 1 more Distortion Door, it's just a Guzma away for a Shadow Impact knockout for 130 plus 3 if it has 1 more counter. So just great math. It just sets up such good math. It's annoying to deal with. It literally is infinite. It keeps coming back as long as you're still in the game. And there was no way to shut that off in this format. Oh, there was Muck, but Reshizard does not play Muck. Only several decks play. Zoroark decks usually were the only ones that were playing Muck, and some Blacephalon GXs were playing Muck as well. So I just outrage here, and I'm gonna go down to 2 prizes. So I figure, you know what, this thing has 1, but like this was a bad play. So now the Guzma. And I knew he had the Guzma, so I mean, I'm bench locked. I can't even heal this thing with Miltank. So I think benching that Let Loose is horrible. So look, now he's going to Guzma up my Arcanine, my Growlithe. Okay, now he gets the Distortion Door, the 1 onto the Reshizard. He puts the 3 onto the Dene. This is just a massive turn on his part. This is the power of Distortion Door and Giratina. He takes 3 prizes, and then his turn's not even over yet. He hasn't even attacked. So he's going to manually attach onto the Marshadow just for a pivot. And he's going to use Viridian Forest, discarding an NK. And now he also gets to kill. He's going to grab the Metal Energy here. He kills my Growlithe here for 3 energies with the Shadow Impact. So putting himself to 2 prizes, taking 4 prizes that turn. And leaving me with absolutely no attackers. I've already GX'd. There's nothing I can do. I'm completely screwed here. It's just a matter of time before he just finds Guzma to kill my Dedenne that has 3rd damage already. So he does Stellar Wish to find the Guzma here. Another Guzma for the following turn. So if I can't disrupt his hand here, he just has game in hand. Because he just Guzma's the Dedenne and takes his final 2 prizes. So he retreats. He's going to use Shadow Impact for 130, placing 40 somewhere. I promote the Jirachi. I draw for turn. I don't even think it matters because he has Guzma in hand and I know it. The Dene that I did turn 1 actually discarded my 2nd Let Loose. So there's no way of disrupting his hand this turn. There's just nothing I can do. I'm just a sitting duck. I played Nest Ball. I don't even know what I'm thinking of. A Welder, even if I had 3 energies in a Welder, I can't even attack. I can just outrage. So I don't know what I'm doing here or what I'm eyeing up. I'm going to play a 2nd Nest Ball. I think I'm just thinning those out. I don't even think I could shuffle my hand into my deck. Not exactly sure why I'm even prolonging this. I'm just so screwed. Oh, the Miltank is there, so maybe if I was also worried of a Ultra Necrozma GX attack, so that alone could kill my Jirachi and Marshadow because it does 60 to everything for just a metal and a psychic. So I think that was my reasoning of doing this. So I was like, okay, well, I could just heal. If I had a Welder and a couple energies, I could Welder onto one of the guys, heal. But I sequenced this wrong, so I actually had to have healed the Dedenne here. Like, I don't know why I was worried about the Jirachi and Marshadow here, because he's bench locked right now. So if I don't take a prize, he can't even drop the Ultra Necrozma. So I really just need to heal this the Dene, which that was a huge misplay on my part. I was worried about. I just had it in my mind that he's gonna kill my Marshadow and Jirachi. So he had several targets. I do put the E-board onto the mill tank. So I welder 2 to Reshizard, and then I attach 1 to Jirachi, healing it, which I should have attached to the Dene, which really cost me the game. I mean, he was in great shape anyway to win, but yeah, I just passed, and then he's just gonna show me the Guzma here. He has the escape board on Jirachi, and he just wins Guzma to the Dene and uses Shadow Impact 4 game. So that'll do it. That puts me to actually at 2-1. Theo is currently 3-0 after round 3, and he's advancing. I'm dropping into the losers bracket, and I'll be posting my round 4 match in a couple of days. But please like the video, comment below anything you guys saw or any misplays you thought I could have did better, or and also subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Twitter at MuffSquadNJ. Check me out on Twitch at MuffSquadNJ and Instagram at MuffSquadNJ. And guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy and take care.